I was at.
Oh. Hello there, world. Bettina Carey here, and I'm an EmPOWER, and I want everyone, and that includes entrepreneurs, coaches, authors, mentors, thought leaders, and service-based business owners to break through to multiple six figures in their income. And I know how to lead the way. I help you grow and build and scale your business to the next level. And I'd like to leave a wake of successful individuals and companies as my legacy. So I'm here to welcome you to the We Empower You global community and our weekly Wednesday meeting where like-minded people join us, and they are all interested in designing their programs so that they're successful. At our weekly meetings, we cover go-to-marketing, go-to-media, go-to-branding, go-to-publicity, and go-to-community strategies to help you successfully market your business and to shatter your glass ceilings right down to the floor. So if you're watching this show, it's because you found out either through a friend or socially, because I post on social media. And we'd love to welcome you here live on the Zoom call. So go to weempoweryourlife.com and then click on the calendar tab to join us for this meeting directly. It's with great pleasure that I welcome those of you who've been able to make it to the show. And I have today with me, we have Angel of Freedom, and he's Troy Thompson, and a member of the We Empower You community. We have Ann Peters, an author and speaker. We have Barbara Ozeda, who's visiting us here from Denver, Colorado. She's actually in the Seattle area right now, just 10 minutes away from me. We've got Kevin Gebert from Vancouver area. That's British Columbia. We also have Mia Tepper and Susan Simmons out of Washington, D.C. Mia, by the way, is out of LA. And Vicki Delajoy, I believe you're in California, if I'm not mistaken. And we're going to have a little bit of action here. I am so glad to be seeing so many of you this afternoon because We Empower You is just over 2 years old, and we started just as COVID had reared its ugly head, and it's grown and grown to a larger community that is now worldwide. So thank you everybody for joining us here today. The first thing I would love to have is to have the folks that have joined us earlier, like in 2020, 2021, that would include Troy Thompson and Mia Tepper, to share a little bit about their experience of being a member of the We Empower You community and explain and seeing being a member of this wonderful group. Take it away. Let's go. We'll start with ladies first, if Mia's able to join us first, and then Troy thereafter. Mia, are you able to unmute? Okay, maybe Mia's behind the camera right now and not able to talk. So let's go ahead and Troy, you go ahead and start.
Sure. Yeah. So I've known Bettina, let's see, about 1.5 years, getting close to 2 years at this point. Yes. And so there's, the giving and receiving, I think, with any organization. So what Bettina has given me the opportunity to speak several times at her quarterly summit. And so the great thing about technology is that lives on in infamy as long as there's, the cloud and the internet and that sort of thing, and people can see me and my presentations. So the opportunity for me to share who I am, who I serve through Bettina and her connections, the opportunity to connect with other people in this network of, there's certainly a target area, I guess, as far as authors, coaches, speakers, but more than that come to this group. And so having those connections all across the country and the Canada and even Africa, then just expands the network in order for me, things that I might need personally or things that my clients might need. So then I have those resources to make connections to provide more value in the world to my clients. Let's see, what else? I feel like I'm forgetting so much.
That's a good start. You can always comment more. CL King is in the house. So first we'll go with Mia, and then we'll take some introduction to CL King. So glad to have you here as well. Mia, tell us a little bit about what your experience has been being a member of the We Empower You community.
Yes. Well, first I want to share how I came upon it because I love this story. And Bettina and I met through another person who's on here, another amazing resource. His name is Patrick Snow, and he is a writing coach. So we met through him as I'm writing my parenting book, and she had started her book. When the pandemic hit, Bettina, as you might have known, had to go virtual, which was great for me because I'm in LA, as she said. And, there was no way I could fly up to Seattle during the pandemic. So I loved that she had this women's summit, which now, of course, is open to everyone. As we like to say, men who get it. And obviously Troy is one of them, as are a lot of other gentlemen who are in this group. And I went on just for about an hour. I was like, oh, I don't have 12 hours to be online and listen to this summit, but it sounds interesting. So I'll just pop in for an hour, maybe two. Okay, I'm here to tell you, I stayed on all 12 hours and I couldn't get away. I think I maybe took a little break for restroom and eating, but Bettina, we need to build those breaks in, by the way. But it was amazing. I mean, the topics ranged from everything from soup to nuts, as they say. And if you're starting your own business or you have a business that you want to expand upon, you have an idea for a book. I mean, there's just so many things. Or even maybe you're completely happy in your career. Maybe you're retired. Maybe you just want to do some work on yourself. Maybe you just want to learn some concepts about meditation and abundance concepts. So there's just everything is on there. And I'm going to plug the next summit, December 14th. If you haven't gotten it on your calendar, you better do so because it's a 12-hour packed day. And all I'm asking Bettina for is give us a couple of those little bathroom and eating breaks. But I did join and have been a member for several years now. And it is, the resources that come with the membership are amazing. If you are starting a new company or you have an idea and you need a website, or even more importantly, if you're looking for a way to create some residual streams of income, there is an amazing opportunity to do that through her membership. And it should not be taken lightly because it's really quite valuable. And what else can I say? Amazing people in here. I like to say that what she's done is the intersection of altruism and business, because it is people helping each other, reaching out, supporting, just being there to give you feedback or a hug virtually when you need it. My father was ailing in health as I first met her, and then he eventually did pass on and go to heaven. And they were there supporting me through all of it, through that transition. And it was like a support group of these professional, amazing women that were just so loving, just caring and amazing people. So there's so much more in here than just learning marketing concepts or learning how to get your business out there. But of course, we all need that too, right? So we are sharing our businesses in here and we're trying to help others. We're all, we all got servant hearts, and that's why we're here. So anyway, I probably have taken too much time, but I'll tell you, if you need any help,
You also found your business partner, Rita Bacuzzi, who's also a member. Tell us a little bit about how you're teamed up to work together.
Yeah. So when I came in here, I was at a point that I was looking for something new. I was transitioning careers, and there was another gal in here named Rita, as she mentioned, and she was teaching free financial education. And I did a boot camp with her, and I learned a couple of things about living benefits, which, if you don't know what that is, I'm just going to quickly say life insurance should be called death insurance because you only get them if you die. But living benefits is if you have some kind of a traumatic health event and you don't die, you get the money now. So there you go. There's my plug for one of my instruments that I offer. and I met Rita because of that, because that was something that my husband and I felt we needed. Our term life insurance policies had finished up. They were crazy expensive to renew. And I said, wait, what's this living benefits thing? I need that. I'm not really worried about the death part. Our 4 kids are older and on their own. 3 of the 4 of them have already graduated college. I'm not worried about the death benefits, but what are the odds that something might happen like heart attack, cancer, stroke, those kind of things? or some kind of an accident where I can't get up and feed myself and dress myself, that's where I got the living benefits, because that's where I want to protect my family. I don't want my kids to have to take care of me or my husband. And guess what? I don't want to take care of my kids if that happens to them. So I have policies on myself, my husband, our kids. It's not expensive. That was the biggest takeaway that I was completely floored by. I thought this was going to be a really, really expensive thing. It's not. So if any of this is interesting to you, or the other instrument that we have that I learned from Rita, my business partner who I met on here, is called, it's an account basically where your money goes up, but it'll never go down. So if some of you are experiencing market loss and seeing your 401ks turn into 201ks, we really need to talk. I'm going to give you my personal cell. Jot it down if you don't have it. I can also put it in the text. It's 310-560-2786. And I can put my website in the chat. And thanks, Bettina, for letting me share. I hope it wasn't an overshare, but I just love this group and everybody in here. It's just a great group of people.
What would you say to somebody who's on the fence about joining and watching this program?
I would say, why not join? What if you got to lose?
What have you got?
Come talk to me, because if Bettina still has her amazing 222 offer, right, Bettina? What you discovered on February. Yep. So if you don't know about the Just Say Yes program, you have to talk to Bettina about this, because you can't let anything hold you back. There should be nothing holding you back to join this amazing group of supportive people.
Fantastic. And you don't even have to be a member to be a part of this group, which is a good thing. Thank you so much, Mia. Next up, I'm going to have CL King open up his mic. CL King is a published author. Let's give him a round of applause. Wow, this is so cool. I'm so grateful that you're joining us, and hopefully you'll be able to unmute and start your video if your camera ready there. CL King, congratulations. What a great thing to have happen in your lifetime.
Well, thank you so much, Bettina. I'm sorry I can't be on camera because I'm just not camera ready right now.
Okay.
And I saw your invite, and I got a message, and I said, I need to, for me, I may not be able to stay for the whole fire, but I can definitely help fan the flames. And so, our relationship has been, one of supporting each other. You've allowed me so graciously to come and make a fool of myself trying to give speeches on your platform. And the noise that you hear in the background is my 7th grandchild. So we just welcomed her into the family a couple weeks ago. And I'm just very, very thankful for the opportunity to continue in partnership with Bettina. I don't really know much about all the ins and outs about what she does and what We Empower You does, but I say this: some people are for what you are for, and some people are against what you are against. But then there's those that are for you. And as far as I'm concerned, I'm for Bettina Carey. So God bless you guys. Appreciate you. Thank you so much. And let me just add, Troy, I think a couple summits ago, you did a book presentation that literally floored us. I went back and told my team, I said, man, this man is the absolute heat. If I remember correctly, you were telling about your first book and how you had misspellings and all that. Am I right?
Oh, that was Patrick.
I'm guessing you're confusing me with Patrick.
Okay, yeah, well,
but he is pretty awesome.
Yeah, it was really awesome because, and if I could say that, how people get, networking and partnerships, man, there's so many things in the We Empower You Summit that it's like a little bit of pop potpourri for everyone. And so that's why I participate. I'm very thankful for Bettina's friendship and partnership. That's all.
Thank you so much, CL. And can you make one quick comment about the call that I made last year to ask you to send me a 1099 because I had a check for you? What was that?
Yeah, that's right. So what happened was Bettina was a special guest speaker on an event that I do called Midnight Motivation. And another lady was speaking in addition to Bettina, and Bettina's speech and presentation inspired this young lady so much that she wanted to be a part of what Bettina was doing, and they didn't even know each other. And so she wound up connecting with We Empower You. I didn't hook them up. And then next thing I know, Bettina's like, hey, I need you to send me a 1099. I got a check for you. I was like, well, how did that happen? And so it was a very, very nice check, great timing, and that was very little effort. So I was very appreciative.
Great. That's going to be coming up here upon renewal. And one of the benefits of being a part of the We Empower You community is that when the member joins, you get $800 as the referring party. However, you also get $800 when she renews year over year forever until she is no longer a member. So that's the benefit of being someone who refers business to us, because we always reward you with a 50-50 partnership. If I get $1,600 in, you get $800 share of that for referring business to us. So thank you so much, CL. Thank you for joining us today. In particular, I know you're very busy. You're on the East Coast and you've got that book out. Tell us a little bit before you go also about your book.
Yes, it's at the printer now, and the book is called Who Ate My Brownie? Just real quick, I was a kid that was homeless, part of the social service system, bounced around from group homes and foster homes from age 2 to age 18. And what the brownie signifies is a choice. When I was 11, we always were eating at the soup kitchen, and so my mom's husband brought home a brownie from the soup kitchen. And I was so hungry, I went and snuck that brownie and ate it in the midnight hour. And my mom says the next day, who ate my brownie, to me and my sister? And she says, I'm going to beat you guys every day until you tell me who ate that brownie. And it was something that I was not going to go through anymore. So I walked out the front door at 11 years old and stayed on my own for 6 months. And that choice, that singular moment, that brownie is what set in motion for me to get into several other foster homes, the last of which is where my foster mom said, listen, no matter the adversity, no matter that your dad tried to kill you, no matter that you were homeless on the streets, no matter that you were a kid of the system, you still can make it. And so that book is going to be about that adversity will come, but it's what you do with the adversity. And I say, no matter what it is, as long as you got breath, you still can make it. So be looking for that at whoatemybrownie.com.
I love that title, CL. I can't wait to read it. It's going to be awesome.
Brownie.com. I love it. Thank you so much, CL. It's been great to have you here this evening. And I have a longtime friend in the audience here today with me, Barbara Ozeda, pinging her and see if she can start her video and unmute. And she's visiting here in Seattle. She actually has a place here in Seattle as well as in Denver. And you've watched me grow this little baby from a little idea and concept and to its full fruition, where we're flying as high as we can right now. Tell us what it's been like for you to watch me put one step in front of the other and unite all these people from around the globe, because you've been to many, many sessions over the last couple of years.
Well, I think it's more about your tenacity, your tenacity to continue to be positive and uplifting. And even when all technology falls, because you're not an engineer of technology, you can still hold yourself and your power and your authenticity. So I just admire that so much about you, and being a solo entrepreneur. So I'm in meeting planning. I plan large events for associations, and going through the pandemic was a tough deal for me, because of course all my live events just canceled right in front of me without me doing anything wrong or bad. And Bettina was the one that continued to lift me up and say, oh no, we're going to be better off after the pandemic, and it's going to last about 2 years. And I was a non-believer, thinking, oh, this can never last 2 years. In March, I had my September clients canceling their programs in March of 2020. They were canceling September of 2020. And I was thinking that was so unheard of. And but Bettina was the one that, I don't know, she just has this I don't know, my grandson, they say, has a nose for the football. He's a little football star. Bettina's got the nose for the universe. I don't know what it is, but whatever the universe goes, she kind of, and I follow too. I'm not proud to say I'll be on her coat tails, and we both believe in a lot of the same beliefs in just, the universe and manifesting and getting ourselves to be the best we can be and thriving and living our best lives. And I tell myself all the time, are you living your best life? Because if you're not, then, do something about it, change it. So yeah. I feel like I'm living my best life. And I just got my 4th home. It happens to be a motor home, but it's a home nonetheless. And I remember attending Nigel's session and feeling overwhelmed because of this COVID. And I travel between Seattle and Denver, and I have a home in Seattle and a little apartment out here in Seattle. And so Nigel said, when you feel overwhelmed, expand. So I ended up getting another home in Denver and a motor home. So there you have it.
Yes, and we both have those $1 million dreams and achieving them left and right, which is fantastic. So thank you for being my friend and for sharing what it's like to watch someone build from infancy. We are, technically still a startup. We are growing, but yet we're small. So we've had some questions that came through one of our newest members that I wanted to kind of address today. But before I do that, I actually want to share with you a little video clip that is part of our on our website. So let me go to the website here real quick, and it's not too long. It's lives on our page. That is our membership page on We Empower Your Membership. So I'm going to share that here on my screen, and then I'm going to play the video on here so you can kind of see it. So for those of you who are out there watching, just go to weempoweryourlife.com, click on the We Empower Your Membership, and you can play this short video as well. And hopefully you'll be able to hear it.
The present is called the present for a reason. Today, you've been given the gift of creating online and annual income for yourself by adding a business in the box to your product line.
This is a free way for you to see how easy it is to build an annual income for yourself using the We Empower You membership
platform. Your clients and visitors a business in a box that contains what they need to have a successful internet business. To create the business in a box, a number of top industry providers came together and provided their best products and services to be both website with an e-commerce store with ebook and digital templates, plus membership, pay-per-click, and lead tracking software, where you can create your own directory just like Home Advisor, sending leads to businesses that pay you. Buying this on your own would cost you $760 annually. You also get a TV show spotlight live streaming on Apple TV, Amazon Fire TV, Chromecast, Google Play, Roku TV, and Android TV, representing an audience of 50 million viewers. Imagine your Spotlight TV show going viral. To buy this on your own would cost over $2,000 annually. And it gets better. You get media contacts. You get a list of over 1,000 radio talk shows in the U.S. with listening audiences between 50,000 to 100,000. Getting on these radio stations skyrockets businesses. To buy this list would cost you over $1,000. Plus, you get a sponsorship package. You get a list of over 500 corporations that have sponsored entrepreneurial businesses between $10,000 to $100,000 annually. You simply connect with the sponsors and see if they align with your message. If so, you've got the sponsorship package that outlines exactly what you need to give them, and this money you don't have to pay back. And sponsors are always interested in your reach, and with your TV show Spotlight, you have a potential reach of over 50 million viewers, which would catch any sponsor's attention. To buy this package on your own would cost you $1,500 or more. On top of all this, you have weekly meetings. Here you learn income opportunities, marketing strategies, and can network and talk about your business and even ask for help in any area connected with your business in a box. This is a $2,000 value you can't get anywhere else. The businesses that have come together for you to sell have a market value of over $6,000. However, you can sell the business in a box for $15.99 to your clients and your visitors, and you're paid 50% or $800, and you're paid annually too. 100 people earns you $80,000 annually. Plus, you can make it your own by adding one of your products or services to the business in a box. You can even increase the cost of the business in a box and keep the difference. If you charge $2,000, you make $1,200, and that's annually too. 100 people earns you $120,000 annually. And when you have the person's website and TV show Spotlight, your renewal rate is really high, especially when you include weekly mentoring meetings and networking, while providing crucial sponsors and media contacts. Your business in a box is the best way of creating online and annual income. As the We Empower You membership gives you the business in a box for free to add to your own product line. And we invite you to get your own business in the box to further your own entrepreneurial success.
All right, so it looks like Paul Baburo has joined us from Uganda. It's probably like 1:40 something in the morning. Is that true, Paul? I'm going to ask you to unmute there. While you're unmuting there, Paul, I just want to summarize. So the We Empower You community and the We Empower You membership are open to everyone. And we host these Wednesday meetings for anyone who wants to affiliate with us, which doesn't cost you a dime, or for those who want to be a member, or for those that are members. And so this is a great opportunity to talk a little bit about this strategy that we call a business in a box. And the reason we refer to it as a business in a box is because it has everything in the box that any business owner who's author, coach, speaker, thought leader that is building their service-based business. And so most businesses need a website platform. They need exposure to radio opportunities. They need exposure into the media in general. And they also need so much of what we've built into this box. And so rather than put this box out there all by itself and not support it, we host these Wednesday meetings so that anybody who's designing their own business using our We Empower You platform, that they can get the support and the help that they need. So with that, I'm going to turn back to Paul, if you can unmute now. You have been working with us out in Africa. You're about to have a really big day on Friday and Saturday and maybe Sunday, right? Coming up. What's the kind of support that you've been getting from the We Empower You community, specifically even myself, things that you and I have been working on?
Right. It's like you say, it's a big day. Greetings, everyone. Oh, yes, a long day. Then the alarm rang and I'm like, oh, okay, let me show up. And to to get to the community ahead of next week. Yes, next week is a big day. summit, the first of its kind, gathering most of the African nations and beyond to showcase, network, bring the business in box into a physical environment, so to say. So we are gearing up, getting everything ready and with great anticipation. We know, yes, visibility is one of those key aspects, and whatever that I've been learning as a student, I think it's now the time to showcase on this summit.
Yes, and you're going to be talking about We Empower Africa, because we actually founded another entity called We Empower Africa as a result of working with Romeric Nadiri out of West Africa in the area there, and then also with Paul in the area of Uganda. And you're going to be bringing Linda, who is a young woman also involved in becoming empowered herself. And you're going to be speaking into an environmental conversation over there. And we're helping you write the speech. We're helping you to make sure that you have the right new box for your product, which is a charcoal lighter product, and hopefully some new signage that goes with that presentation. And then that's going to open up doors, right? You're going to have sales, you're going to have opportunities to partner up. Perhaps you'll get interviewed by the media there as well. And you've also benefited from some training around media presentation, correct?
Right. Right.
And
Talk
you
about
also
media.
attend the mentoring. We have a Friday mentoring program that you attend as well. So once a month that we've been doing for almost a year, I think now.
Yeah, it is. It's been lots of opportunities, one after the other. When we talk about media, I think this very week, even before the summit, one of the leading media newspapers popped in, and he's like, "Well, I want to feature a story." So,
great. And we helped you with your press release, so you were able to give them something right away that was well written and edited, and so we're just
press release, media one sheet, and they were just thankful. You know, the great work there, great help there showed up for me.
That's fantastic. Well, thank you so much for joining us. It is really late. I know you've got a big day. We've been working also on creating a new box for you for your presentation coming up here. It's this Friday, right? Oh, did I lose you?
No, Friday, it's an exhibition at some of the major leading banks that are gathering most of their entrepreneurs around. So they requested me to show up with our product, and that box is going to be seen for the very first time, because they've been seeing different colors, different images. So after that, then it will be showcased the following week at the summit. That's
great. So back-to-back weeks, and I'm so grateful for those of you who do not know, Uganda is definitely a very troubled kind of country, but also it's the hope in the future that Paul represents. And with all the odds against him, he just like me, just puts one foot in front of the other and is, going for the gusto. He's taking this, children and families learn how they can use this product to be safe at home and safely light their charcoal for cooking purposes, instead of using sponges and plastic bags and things that are very toxic to them. So I'm so glad to be a part of this. So the We Empower You community is bigger, like Mia said, it's altruistic as well as it's business. So it's kind of like that perfect match. So with that said, I'm going to open up the mics for folks to ask questions about the community. If you've met someone in the earlier part with the networking and you want to ask questions of them, it's just either about the We Empower You community or even community members. That's what we're going to turn our attention to now. I feel like I want to say, Vicki, tell us a little bit more about your interest coming in here and what you're gathering so far.
Well, it feels like, thank you for asking. It feels like I'm here just because I really like you. And every time you do something, I want to come. And, sometimes I have time and sometimes I don't. So it was a fortunate opening here. And it allows me to know a little bit more about what We Empower You is about. And I'm really moved by what Paul just said and what the mission is there. And that sense that you have that's of service to people in their businesses, but also to raising the energy, right, for everybody. So I don't have any questions right now. I think it's just more like I'm just absorbing information about what this actually is and what the community is. I guess I do have one question. Is the business in a box, that's something that you're offering as an affiliate and also is something that would come along with membership? Is that right?
Yes. So for folks who already feel like they have everything they need for their business and they don't need media attention, they don't need sponsors, they don't have what our box is really built for, a need for it, they can still send us business. And when they do, we go ahead and reward them 50-50, just like everybody else. But for those who are out there watching who may need some help in building multiple streams of income, because we have 10 revenue strategies that are actually built into this box, right? So it's not just having a website, which is usually for most people just a pretty brochure. This particular website platform is meant to make business happen. It's an online business platform. And so like myself, I had already an existing website, but I went ahead and had my We Empower You built. And then I put my other website up against it. So it's just the big umbrellas, We Empower You, but I have Bettina Carey Productions and About Bettina. They all fit within the same umbrella of work. And so it's very useful. One of the things we teach weekly, and it's hard for people to actually stop doing this, is stop working so hard and start putting some of your business activities towards helping others and promoting others. In fact, Lee Romanoff, who was the voiceover on that commercial, is the president of Income Activator, which is the platform that we use. And she wrote a book called Get Rich by Telling People Where to Go. And we've been doing this all of our lives. I know I have. And now I get paid for it. So when I refer business, say, for example, to Patrick Snow for book publishing, he pays an affiliate commission. And so I have income that comes from that pot. I might have other affiliates with which I do with other organizations or companies, and they pay me. So instead of just having one pot of money where it's all dependent on me, myself and I have to promote it, I have to do the work and all of that. If something happens to me, what happens to my income is it tanks, right? So we really believe in the strength of building income from multiple sources, and including affiliates and lead generation and several others. So there's 10 revenue strategies, and including a store. Like if you have a book or you want to have other people's books, like CL, I need to get your book in my store, right? And Anne's too. And Mia's coming up with hers sooner than later. Thank you, Vicki.
Thank you.
Okay.
Well, just as you were telling your story, Bettina, I was thinking I've been the beneficiary of sending someone to Patrick Snow, and that friend David decided to, officially work with Patrick, and Patrick sent me some money. So that's not like directly within the We Empower You, but through We Empower You is how I had that connection to Patrick. So that's kind of like a layers removed, but still the connection happened here.
Yes. And what's great is that we can share those opportunity. So when you met Patrick and you met him, and so in some cases though, I like go out and find my own affiliate partners. In fact, one of the ones that Vicki, you and I both know is Nancy Jutton. And so Nancy has a nice affiliate program, and I've been the beneficiary of her writing me checks because of sending her business. And at least in one case, I guess it was Sally Page that joined, who's a member of the We Empower You community, joined Nancy Jutton's program. So, but the main thing is that if I spend some of my time in business developing my affiliate program, and I develop my core business also because I run an ad agency, and I have other income that comes in from lead generation, which is another one, or from people that buy from my store, then I have the ability to have income that comes in what's called annually and renewing every single year. And that to me is the main benefit of working with within the We Empower You community, because we can strengthen your ability to have income coming in from multiple streams. But it does mean breaking the bad old habit of working really hard, because I know I have that habit still. It's really hard to give up. But Lee says, one of these days, I'm going to completely abandon it and just go for ease. And the main reason that she talks about this a lot is because when I have to do the work, I must be showing up. I have to be present and accounted for. Whereas when you send us somebody that joins We Empower You, we show up every week, but you don't have to. We show up every summit, but you don't have to. So you're not having to do any of the work, but you're able to be compensated for sending us. Now, one of the other things that came out in that video, which I really don't want to bypass, and that is I simply took the Income Activator platform. I branded something that was my own thing, and I put it in the box, basically, right? So the We Empower You Summit, the global summit, is my We Empower You box in motion. And with that, I was able to convert some of those that became members, also went ahead and bought services that I was paid for from an affiliate that I have with Lee, because everyone who belongs to We Empower You can also promote Lee's services. And Lee also pays commissions that starts somewhere in the $250 or so range and go up from there. So my average checks from Lee are about $500 per customer. So that's not bad money, and it all adds up. Brian Gregory, he pays commission, around 30% commission. And so I've had 1099s that I have to submit to the IRS because they're big enough to need to do that. So the more, the merrier. And I'm looking for affiliates if you're watching out there. So give me a call at 206-349-4297 if you want to be an affiliate with us. I see Shelley has joined us here today too. And Shelley and I know each other from a book club that we both belong to. And are you available to talk, Shelley? There you are.
Yes, it's cleaning day, so I'm not exactly my best.
Okay, no worries. I'm gonna add a pin to you here. And just to get a conversation going, you and I are just in the very beginning stages. You've had a lot of life events this summer. I love your blouse there, with the butterflies, because you're in total transformation mode as far as I'm concerned.
I am. Yes, I am.
What are you thinking of doing with your We Empower You membership?
Well, I have so many ideas right now. I've been working on a lot of producing a lot of things. And so I'm really excited about the TV show, TV channel. That is really cool because I've been producing some videos and things. So
yes, yeah. You just won an award this week.
I did win Best Picture this last week. The award was handed to me by Mr. Tom Skerritt himself.
That is so cool.
Yeah.
I loved watching
wow,
it. You did a
congratulations.
beautiful job.
Thank you. Yes, I was very proud of it. It was a film frenzy, so I only had 72 hours, in which to produce a award-winning film, and I did it. So,
yay. Well, we're looking forward to working with you.
thank you.
So anybody else have comments or questions? We're coming up on our hour here. Want to make sure that if there's any last minute questions, we get them asked and answered, or any comments, any remaining comments. Mia says, congratulations in the chat there, Shelley.
Oh, thank you.
All right, folks. Thank you everyone for joining me here today. It's been a blast from the past, so to speak. Renewing people, folks that just are still trying to figure this out. And by the way, I met Lee years before I got it and understood what she was creating on this platform. So if you're struggling to understand this, please just keep coming back to Wednesday meetings, because at the end of the day, it is not for the faint of heart. It does take some understanding and some diving deep into the way that we do business. But the 10 revenue strategies that are built into this platform will totally take you into a whole new level of income streams. I know I doubled my business. I know when I hired her to do my website, which is not an obligation that we ask people to do, but I did in my case. She 10x that 2,500 to 25,000 in 8 weeks. I was able to get to 6 figures and within 6 months and a week, just from this activity of using 10 income streams. So think about it and get back to me. Go to weempoweryourlife.com, click on the membership tab to learn more about the membership. Click on the summit tickets tab to join us at the summit. And also click on the calendar tab to join our Wednesday meeting. I'm going to sign off with by sharing our video about the summit. And so let me just bring up my screen real quickly about that. And let's see. Nope, not going to be able to do it. All right, everybody. Bye for now. Take care. See you next week.
Thanks so much. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Oh, now it comes up.
I know, right?
Are you still live on Zoom? Are you still live on Facebook? I mean,
yes, on YouTube. So here we go. I'm gonna now. Bye-bye. 2022 has been challenging for all of us. I believe the answer to the question, what's next, is together. I'm Bettina Carey, founder of WeEmpowerYourLife.com. And with the help of thought leaders, newsmakers, and game changers, I'm working to build a community of trust, and you're invited. If you have felt the pains of loneliness and anxiety in this unprecedented time of isolation, We Empower Your Life offers fellowships, mentors, and guides to help you avoid life's roadblocks and get to now faster. Are you concerned about your future in the face of possible recession? We Empower Your Life challenges you to think in abundance mindset. And we're all working to take our finances from good to great. You won't be alone on this trip. We Empower Your Life features entrepreneurs, coaches, startups, and community leaders from around the globe, all reaching for that next rung and looking to help someone else up as well. We do not think we have all the answers, but we do think together we can ask all the right questions. I've decided to thrive in the face of turmoil, and I want you to thrive. Embracia sponsored underwriting. Tickets and information are weempoweryourlife.com or scan the code if you're watching on TV.